You know, when you get to the point in the road where you're like, shit, there's a hole. Am I going to turn? And I've been turning back and going the other way. It's like, no, I'm getting over this hole. I'm not going back anymore. I'm not going round. I'm going over this hole. So I'm building the ladders that I got to build no matter how long it takes. But I'm going this way. This is my journey. This is my route. I've taken all the other routes before.
You were a parent before me. So I was the friend that didn't have kids.
Yeah.
So what did that look like for you?
Because like some of them school mum friends, like they could turn into enemies real quick.
The Parent Playbook.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Parent Playbook. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're one of my regulars, then girl, thank you for having my back. So today we're going to be getting into another podcast edition, and here's some rules of the podcast just to make sure you're in the right place. If you don't like swearing, probably turn off now. If you don't like honest conversation about how hard it is being a motherfucking parent, maybe, find another podcast, because today we're not talking about the highlight reel. We're talking about the real, authentic, honest challenges that we go through as parents, especially career-driven, dream-chasing parents like me. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you a very, very, very special guest. And if you followed my journey, you've probably seen her because she is not only Kizzy's godmother and the first person that ever done my makeup, she is just an all-round sensation in anything and everything that she does. I'd like to introduce to you Miss Dani Dawkins, presenter, host, upcycling extraordinaire, and my best friend. Make some noise!
Come on.
Normally I say to the guests, okay, so now introduce yourself, but I had to take
what
the baton.
Intro.
And obviously serving body.
I'm off to the gym after this, guys.
You're off to the gym.
Quick pit stop.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. Now, thank you so much for joining me today,
Thank you for
Danielle.
having me.
It's been a journey.
Mm-hmm. It has indeed.
It has been a labour of love, probably a labour of a lot of tears.
Oh, absolutely.
And a real energy of movement. Yeah, and I say movement because of how much we have moved over the last, I would say, 20-something years? Is it 30 years? It's giving.
It's giving. It's giving around 30 years.
It's giving 30 years. So, okay, let's start. We're going to start things a bit different today. And I really want to talk to you about what friendship means to you as a parent.
Okay.
Having a friendship group when you are single and just doing up life is very different to when you become a parent.
Yeah.
And you were a parent before me, so I was the friend that didn't have kids.
Yeah.
So what did that look like for you?
What, between you and I, or just
I just think
general?
like in general.
So like just having a friendship group as a parent, it really is that place where you kind of, your community is built around your children.
Yeah.
So like obviously when you have your friends before children, they're just there, like they become the godparents and the aunties and the extended family, and it's all well and good. But then it's like, depending on how old your kids are, you actually make friends around your kids, and they can be friends for a lifetime after that. I'm thinking, do I have any? We're not going to get there. Yeah, because like some of them school mum friends, like they could turn into enemies real quick. We're not going to go there.
We're not going to go there.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah, but I feel like even touching upon that, it's like you've just explained that it's like you have the friends that you already had, right? And then you have the friends that you pick up along the way, which might not be school. They might not be the school mum friends, but they're just friends that have children that are around the same age as your child. And then you do have the school mums as well. And I think that the school mums are really important. They are the mums that will grab your kid after school if you're running late. They're
lifesavers.
The ones that are saying, like Kizzy's on a new school now. One of the parents said to me, if you ever need to drop Kizzy off early in the morning because you've got something to do, then please feel free. And I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah.
That you guys are becoming my tribe.
Yeah.
And I think that people that don't have children don't understand the dynamic of when you do have a child.
Yeah.
Like, so my cousin, your friend, Shani, she has now got twins. Aww. And she was coming to my house the other day and she'd made this big arrangement. She's going to meet me at in my head, I just moved up. I knew the whole morning was collapse. You've got twins. Yeah. There's no way.
It's not the same, babe.
Impossible for you to get here for the arranged time. Yeah. Because you have hurdles ahead of you that you don't even know about. And that is only something a mum can relate to.
Yeah.
If it's only you by yourself, you can get there.
Yeah. And it's also that understanding of, when someone says, I actually can't make it, it's cool.
It's absolutely fine. It's not going to happen.
And I learned that even with my children's parties. I heard so many parties where there's friends that lastminute.com haven't even told me they can't come. It's cool.
It's cool.
As long as the understanding on the other side.
Yeah.
Like one of my family members, they hardly turn up to anything. Be like, I'm on my way, never to be seen again until the next party. But it's cool. It's always cool because, babes, I understand life is lifing.
Life is lifing. And I think mum lifing is different to the average person.
Absolutely,
lifing.
yeah.
There's so many things that you have to consider before even stepping out or, So, okay, so your kids are a bit older now, yeah?
Sorry, I was watching one parent do school run today and you're in that. And
I can stick my finger up at you right now, honestly, because this morning I struggled. This morning I had to take Kizzy to Breakfast Club.
Life begins at like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
100%. I was at the house at 5 to 7 this morning, and I didn't get to hear until like just before 9. And it wasn't even just before 9. I think it was 9.
Yeah.
It is the school run is a milestone that will be happily forgotten at some stage. You know, one of our other friends in our group, Charlene, she messaged me. I think I sent her a picture of me on the train with Kizzy, and she was like, "Oh, the PTSD of the school run."
Oh yeah.
I'm like, girl, keep that shit to yourself.
Listen, the other day it was pissing down with rain, and I don't even feel no way that my kids got to go out in the rain. But I feel way for the mums that have got to go out in the rain to take their kids to school. And I'm like, I mean, obviously it helps that my studio's around the corner from my house as well. So I'm like, damn.
Yeah, no.
I remember when I had to do that.
So talk to me about like some times where there might have been some, I don't know, like something uncomfortable in terms of your friends not understanding like the parent journey. Like, do you have any of those relationships where they just don't get it because, you know?
Do you know what? I actually feel like I can't think of anything off the top of my head. There probably is something. But I feel like I've got groups of friends that fit into the parent categories. There's the ones, my son is 19, as you know. So that was more for you lot. So, because you'd be like, oh my God, my son's 19. I'm like,
how dare you have a 19-year-old?
But yeah, so my son is 19, going to be 20 this year. So I have my old school friends that have friends that age. And then Callie being 12, there's the friends that have friends around that age.
Okay.
And so I feel like I've been in a great position where they all understand. I think it more comes from a place of, you know, when I had my small stint on dating, it was, you know, kind of like, oh, let's meet up here. And I'm like, yeah, I got kids.
Okay.
Like, my child is still too young that I can't just leave her if my oldest one's not there. Like, Kayden thinking that he could just go off to America, which I'm really happy about.
Congratulations to Kay, by the way.
Congratulations to Kay. My little basketball player is going to bring in that shmoney. But, okay, sorry.
Can I just say something though? Okay, so basically, the reason why Danielle done the pause, right, and we're just going to be really frankly honest here, where we're filming at the moment, and I said this earlier on today, we are filming and there is a lovely gentleman that he walks around and he cleans the windows. And when we're recording, there's a sign outside the media room that says, recording in progress, please be quiet. And he cleans the window.
He likes to just come in.
He just likes to come in and clean. And this is what he just done, is massive disruption.
So I was like, is he going to come in? Is he going to come in?
Nah. Anyway,
but yeah, so Kayden going to America, and I think like that weekend after he went, I was like, hang on, wait, I'm supposed to be out this weekend. Who's going to babysit my child?
Did you know? I'm not going to lie. I thought you was going to say like, wow, I can't believe this. My son is all in like across the transatlantic. He's across the ocean and like he's away from me, and it's the feeling of, no, you're talking about your babysitter's gone.
Yeah, my babysitter's gone. And I messaged him, I was like, wow, you living your best life because
I'm not.
I'm to Cali.
That's hilarious. Okay, so you've done a lot of things in your lifetime, Danielle. Makeup artist.
Yep.
Designer.
Like, it's more like, what haven't I done?
Tailor. Yeah. I mean, it's giving what haven't you done?
Yeah.
But we're up to the stage now where you're about to launch a new service.
Yeah.
And talk to me a little bit about the why. So what is the why for this new leg, new arm, new plate to spin, new level of inspiration to hit everybody with? When did you realize that you wanted to share?
Sorry, could I get my phone? I need my ChatGPT. I'm joking. No, honestly. So feels like it's nothing new. It's just, I'm really just going for it now, because at the end of the day, it's like, at this point, if not me, then who? It doesn't mean that no one else is doing it, but it's like, you know, you're just like, I've got nothing nothing left. Like, I literally need to do the thing. I just need to do it. There's just I can't put the pauses on anymore because I feel like I've been trying to build this community thing for a long time and trying, but just not. It's like when you get to the point in the road where you're like, shit, there's a hole. Am I going to turn? And I've been turning back and going the other way. It's like, no, I'm getting over this hole. I'm not going back anymore. I'm not going round. I'm going over this hole. So I'm building the ladders that I got to build no matter how long it takes. But I'm going this way. This is my journey. This is my route. I've taken all the other routes before.
Okay, so all right, so the listeners, like, obviously we feel like everybody should just know us and our entire story and like, girl.
Know who we are?
But the reality is somebody's listening to this and has no idea who Dani Dawkins is. And right now they're thinking, okay, so son's doing something in America. She don't have a babysitter for her daughter no more, even though her daughter's in secondary. She don't need one no more anyway. She's at this crossroads of holding on and not holding on and launching and just throwing everything at it. What are we throwing everything at? Let everybody know about your butterfly effect.
Okay.
Yeah, like when did it start? Like how you were before, how you are now.
So I feel like, and this is not me saying that everyone should do what I did, but I definitely feel like, Bali being one of them. Bali was the beginning of the cocoon.
And why did you go to Bali?
I went to Bali. I actually went to Bali for a mindset group. My friends used to call it a cult, but it was like a mindset group. But it was giving cult energy. But what it was supposed to be, I was supposed to go there with my partner at the time and just kind of, it was a mindset thing and reset. But finances meant that I couldn't go with the group.
Okay.
But I'd already bought my ticket. So I was like, I guess I'm going to go on my own then.
Okay.
And so on going on my own, it allowed me to be for 2 weeks with my own thoughts and trusting myself instead of leaning on the leader of the group that says, right, guys, I've booked this, I've booked that.
Yep.
This is where we're staying. When I went and I was traveling over, I only had my first accommodation and one of my last accommodations. In between that, I didn't know where I was staying. I had to figure it all out on my own, and I did it. Mm-hmm. And coming back, I looked at stuff a little bit different, like, don't need that. What is this really doing? Where am I going? What's happening? A couple months later, I did end my relationship because that was one of the things that I was like, I don't understand.
Okay. Did you feel like going to Bali, you came back and you started to identify what was serving you, but what was not serving you?
Yeah, and what was not serving was so...
Was it loud?
It was loud. Mm-hmm. It was louder than what was serving me because it felt like it was a lot of stuff holding me back. And just then it was like, who am I? Who is she? I had to figure out who I was. And that point of figuring out who I was, and not even necessarily all the way who I was, because I still think every day it can change, but who I want to be.
Yeah.
And what's going on? That came about after the split, but also during lockdown, because lockdown was a great time for me to really find myself. And that's when the Master Upcycler was born. Mm-hmm. That's when the workshop facilitator was born. That's when the speaker was really born, because that was something I wanted to do before, but I never had those chances to get on stage and speak.
And I remember just before the pandemic, we had 2 events. So we'd done the fashion show, the Bingy's Boutique fashion show, and then we had done an event. I can't even remember the name of the event, but it was at the Cake Tail Club, and it was about you was presenting us. You hosted the event, and then you also done a segment on how to love yourself in front of your camera. You were so nervous, and this is what I want to do. And then obviously the pandemic happened, and you started doing whatever you could do from your house.
Yeah. It's like I said, I was shaking, I was shivering. I remember my voice was, it's like, speak even when your voice is shaking. I remember that feeling in my chest of just like
tensing up.
It's like, try me now, let's go back. But it's amazing to look back at that and think back at that of how I was then, and I wanted it so bad then.
So bad. Yeah.
And I
can see you doing it. Like, I hope I can find the footage because I want to put it in. I'd love to put that little bit in.
I remember my palms sweating. Yeah. My palms would sweat every time I would speak. My palms would sweat. But I was like, I want to do this. This is cool. I can do this.
So you got to the pandemic.
Yeah.
And you're doing your upcycles. Mm-hmm. The famous IKEA outfit obviously went viral, and so many other of your stuff has gone viral now as well.
Yeah.
And you kind of showcased yourself online as this person that takes anything like a curtain, IKEA bag,
literally.
whatever it is, and turn it into an absolute masterpiece. Obviously, you've done a lot of masterpieces for me. We have some Louis Vuitton corsets, MCM outfits. Danielle has taken my bags apart and done some crazy
Your trainers
stuff.
that fell off.
The Jordans, like really just showing that something old can come back with some pizzazz, which is fantastic.
Amazing.
But since then, we've evolved even more.
We've evolved again.
We've evolved again.
And I've realised that what it is my confidence has been built through the upcycling. It's been built through creativity, and it's been built through that just daring to stand out and look different and be confident. And so I feel like now I'm on this journey of building confidence through creativity and through uniqueness, because everyone is, a lot of the time you can go out and you can see a good few people in the same outfit because it's just what's out there. It's what they know. But it's like, how about you take that one thing you got? And not everything is about drawing on it or cutting it up and adding pieces. It could be restyling it, learning to restyle stuff, but just trusting in yourself. It really is that trust to say, I don't care what anyone thinks. And sometimes we don't care, but we do care. But we don't.
Like, I don't care, but I care.
I don't care, but what did they say? But it's delusional. Like, be delusional enough to actually, no, I don't care. Because when you stop caring enough, eventually you really generally stop caring.
So you're doing, is it a course?
I'm doing a course.
So you're doing a course.
I'm building a community.
So you're building a community and you're building a course. So what if somebody was listening and they're like, okay, that sounds really cool. I really want my confidence back. I have a little bit of creativity but don't know how to tap into it. Like, what is the ideal person that comes and does the Dani course? Is there a name? Do we have a name yet?
It's the Find Your Extra at the beginning. We're going back to the beginning because...
And that's the most important bit.
That's the important bit, because where was it lost? Where did you lose that? Where do you think you lost that confidence? And just when we were children, we look at our own children, we realise, they got to that stage of when there's like, I don't do it anymore. They started
to be aware.
Like, they
started to get that awareness.
How did that come? Where did that come from? So we're going back to the beginning. However, the beginning is different for everyone. And it's maybe that, I feel like maybe mums would really gravitate to this. Maybe you lost your confidence after having children. You realise, you get to the point you're like, I'm mum to everyone. I go to school, I'm mum. I'm at the doctor's surgery, I'm mum. I'm here, it's like so-and-so's mum. All the kids, all these other people's kids. Oh, Callie's mum. Did she come to my house? I've got a name. And it's like, you're like, I'm Daniela. I got to that point as well with Kayden, and then I kind of was thrown straight back in it with Callie. So
would you say this particular course would be good for maybe like empty nesters, like people that have their children and now like flown the nest, like your son, he's in America now, and they're figuring out, oh my days, I am actually still here. I've done my mum.
I've got so much more going for me.
And there's so much more that that's been put on the back burner.
Yeah, and you don't even have to be like, a lot of people think they're not creative. You don't even have to have a creative bone in your body. You just have to want to kind of
express yourself. It
is really a form of expression. Elephants can sell a painting for £2 million.
Where?
I'm going to find it. There's an elephant drawing. The elephant's just like splash paint on something, and people are buying this painting. You don't have to be creative.
That is insane.
It's crazy. But you just have to want more. Someone out there just wants more. And you don't know what that more is right now, but in the community, we're going to help you figure out more, because everyone wants the same thing, to be more.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be seen. Everyone wants to be valued. And I don't know what that looks like for each individual person, but listen, hit me up, contact me, and let's find out.
But what it is, Dan, I think as well, and I feel like someone that is, I am your friend, so I'm always going to be like singing your praises, but I am a person that will give you your home truths as well. If I think something's shit, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And for me, I feel like, watching your journey as a mum has been very inspiring. Like, I've seen you bring your children to the office. I've seen you create and birth a whole business in your living room. And now I've seen you go on to do some amazing things, like presenting, the hosting, and just empowering other women and other mums. Oh, sorry, guys. It's the Kizzy alarm. The Kizzy alarm is going off. The Kizzy alarm is going off. Now, the thing is, it's the Kizzy Question. Every time I do podcast, Kizzy, as she is the CEO of my life, she gives me a question to ask the host. Now, I did tell her that Danielle was going to be on the purple couch today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What's
So everyone else's question has always been the same, but your question she definitely changed up.
Okay.
I don't know how you're going to answer this question, but Kizzy's question to Auntie Dan is, who is your favourite goddaughter?
Okay.
There's only one answer.
Let's answer this as diplomatic as we can. I love all my godchildren.
Okay.
Everyone has their own special, unique points and qualities and everything. But for the sake of this podcast, especially.
For the sake of my life.
I'm good. 6, 7. It's gonna have to be Kizzy. You know what? Let me tell you about this. My amazing goddaughter. There's only one of this child. She's an absolute amazing individual. And Naya, it really shows the type of person you are.
Oh,
but honestly, for the type of person Kizzy is, because to explain Kizzy to someone that doesn't know her, they'd be like, okay,
yeah,
someone's trying to sing a child's praises. I'm not a singer child's praises, like them kids. But this girl, she is just. I don't even know if my words can explain how magnificent she is.
You kind of have to meet her, and also I feel like you have to roll with her to understand.
She's a massive heart, a massive spirit, and she is such a credit to you. And she is going to go so far in life.
Oh, I appreciate it. Do you know what I feel like? Before having Kizzy, like the idea of having a child, I was always very career driven for them. Like want them to do amazing things, want them to be huge or whatever it is, you know. And I feel like now watching her like do so well at fucking everything. No, actually, let me tell you something. So they have got a chess tournament thing going on at school, and she entered herself to do the chess thing. Anyway, I got the message from school saying, yeah, she didn't make it. She didn't make the cut.
Have you told her?
I was dreading it. I found out before the half term started, and it's been like a whole week, and I thought, she's going back to school.
I'm gonna have to tell her. Oh no!
And honestly, like, apart from swimming, anything that Kizzy tries to do, she's just amazing at. So to be able to have to explain to her, like, babes, you probably was a bit of shit.
Oh God!
It was so hard. But I said to her, oh yeah, by the way, and I've really done it. I tried to, I was like, by the way, so that you know, oh yeah, that chess thing, yeah, you didn't make the cut, man. She's like, I didn't make the cut. What do you mean? I said, oh, you didn't make it. You didn't make the team. She's like, but why? I was like, well, there was other people that were better than you that made the team. And she's like, but I've been practicing on my Duolingo. I said, listen. I said, clearly you're doing chess at school, and the school chess is probably not the best chess. Okay. I was like, it's the same when you was doing tennis. She was doing tennis. Then she done proper tennis, and she's like, oh, she can play tennis. I said, so if you really want to learn chess, we can figure out you to go to another chess club, Bob, okay? But I could see it in her face. She was devastated. She was absolutely devastated. But I'm glad. And the reason why I'm glad is because I feel like children need to understand that you're not going to be able to do everything. And there's not enough time to do everything either. And it's okay to, you know, like excel in some areas and not excel in other areas. And also feel that feeling of disappointment and understanding that, oh man, I wasn't really good enough for that. Like, and then it's your choice now. If you really want to dig deep and get better, we can make it happen. But maybe this isn't the thing. You know,
I love that.
But it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough because when she went, I was like, "How did it go?" She was like, "Yeah, it went good. I lost one, but I drew in the second one." And I thought, "It's not looking good, bruv." And I don't play tennis, so I couldn't even help her. I'm just like, not tennis, chess. I couldn't even help her. But yeah, thank you for the accreditations. Let's see how it goes, man. I just hope that the kids, all of our kids, are able to grow to adults and enjoy life and not be as stressed out and focused on having to make cash to sustain living. And I think that a lot of our childhood and youth is always geared towards what are you going to do, what are you going to do, what are you going to do, what are you going to do? And we spent so much time focusing in an area that we probably didn't even, I mean, I'd done sociology at A-levels. Why?
Like, what was I? I done child development when I left in sixth form.
Child development. Yeah, I don't want our kids to waste time. I'd rather you just say I don't want to do anything than spend your time, like go and smell the flowers. Do you want to pick flowers for a living? Like I'd rather than do, you know, that. Whereas before I wasn't like that. I was very much focused on the deliverables and are they going to be like amazing? And, you know, and now I'm just like, and maybe that is because I do have a daughter that excels in everything. So there's no pressure. You know, I don't really feel the pressure for her. You know, like one of the kids, it was her birthday. And when this little boy wrote her a card and it says, to Kizzy with the biggest brain, the smartest girl in my class. I'm like, what?
And they all know it as well.
They all know it. I'm just like, no, this is insane. Like you are so blessed to have the brain that you have, you know? Like I don't think
the kid's a genius.
I struggled academically at school. So she definitely doesn't get the academic retaining information from me.
She definitely gets it like from her dad.
Yeah.
He just knows stuff for no
fucking reason.
No reason.
Oh yeah, did you know Bob Marley lived there for 17 years? They're great, fantastic.
Literally.
No, you're right. He can retain information.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, Dan, let's talk about, you know, what is next for Dan, what we're doing, like, and also like, we always talk about the mum's journey a lot, like we do. And it's we talk about the invisible load and we talk about how many things a mum has to think about.
Yeah.
But how are you managing now that, you know, you do have a son that is across the country? I mean, not across the country.
I mean,
across the world.
Yeah.
And you have a daughter in secondary. Like what is this looking like for you now?
I mean, so when you talk about the invisible load, I feel like it can sometimes really be geared towards people with the younger people. Like we talk about the school run, but honestly, that load that never unloads itself.
Never.
It never unloads. I think even once Callie gets to 18, we're still going to be dealing with a load.
Oh yeah. I don't feel I don't feel like okay. The invisible load is something that we definitely gear towards parents, but it is a thing, you know, because we can tell you the invisible load that the parents carry for the children, but you're thinking about the invisible load that you have to carry for your own self. And when you are an entrepreneur, I think there is even more invisible load because you are now dictating what happens in your life, in your brain first, because everything that you materialize and visualize and want to bring to this earth and say, this is going to be my thing, you have to first think it, and then you have to get it together in your brain and deliver it in some type of communication to the people that are going to help you bring this to life. Because we can't do things by ourselves.
It's not easy. And sometimes we just don't even understand it for ourselves. And then obviously we've been self-diagnosed with ADHD as well, which also actually makes it makes it more difficult, but it actually makes it easier because the whole self-diagnosis has made me understand myself a bit more and give myself grace.
Yeah. And also, I feel like understanding that you learn different, you perceive different, you deliver different, you act different, is you then understanding, oh, this isn't wrong.
Yeah.
It's just different. And that is okay. Like, I realized that. So I have been known to book the wrong flights a lot of times.
Book the wrong dates.
Book the wrong dates. The wrong flights. I know the tube map. Like nobody's business. I can tell you, right? Are you right? Danielle won't go route mapper anymore. She says, oh no, I'm trying to go here. Tell me the quickest route.
I'd be like, it's a bicycle.
I can figure it out. But when I'm on the tube myself, I will get on the wrong train. I got lost in Bank Station today. I get on the wrong train regular. I just do things in a different way. And for a long time I'd say, oh, I'm so dumb, man. And now I don't say that anymore. I'm like, nah, man, I'm different.
We're just different.
And the way that I react and the way that I can navigate things is just different to maybe somebody else. And I used to beat myself up for that. So you explaining that understanding that you are in this brain type can allow you to deliver what you want to deliver with grace and not beat yourself up when things might not be going the way that they're meant to be going or you want them to go. You know, it's tough.
It's tough. And the one thing I really have learned in the last few years is just don't be so hard on yourself. You remember we used to have that thing and be like, don't talk to my friend like that.
Don't talk about my friend like that.
And I do, hey, all of you do not talk to my friend like that.
Yeah, and I feel like that is like, you know, it's something that is under discussed, you know, and I feel like for a very long time it is something that we didn't really understand that was actually happening, but we glided through, and like that's a blessing.
It's so easy to be, oh, such an idiot.
It is.
But I'm an amazing idiot. Fabulous.
And I got abs. I'm an abs having idiot.
But yeah, so God, I don't even think I actually answered the question you asked me. The load doesn't unload.
But then how are we tackling that? Because it can't be a forever load.
I mean, I guess at the age that my kids are, it is part of them learning about themselves because now, you know, Kayden is off doing his thing.
Yeah.
And it's me knowing and hoping that I've installed enough sense into him.
Yeah.
To trust him, but still also being worried. Like the other day he said, oh, mum, because when he was home, he said, oh, my friend's coming to pick me up and we're just going to drive around.
What? Why?
Drive around where? What do you mean? He said, I'll probably just go and get something to eat. Who's driving? So he told me, you met them before. I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, how long have they had their license? Are they drinking? I hope no one's drinking.
Wow, yeah, it's a lot.
I was going crazy. And then the next day he said, we're driving again. And I was like,
but this is what they do.
He's trying to kill me. But he is sensible. He said, oh, I told my friend. The next day when he said, oh, I told him, my mum said, you better drive safe. I was like,
at least.
But it's again with Callie, like just hoping that as she keeps getting older, I'm just installing some sense into her, because we were kids, we done dumb shit a lot, and if I can prevent her from doing as much dumb shit as I done, or just understanding this is dumb shit, let me be careful within my dumb shit.
Yeah,
kids are gonna do kid shit.
They're gonna do some dumb
shit.
And I think that is the answer. Is like try not to compare what they're doing with what we done.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
Different time, different
times.
Like it's not the same anymore.
Yeah.
It is very, very different. And trust in the fact that you've built them up enough that they can figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, and make the right decisions.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's the left and the right, you know, but you just have to hope and pray and say, well, okay, cool, this is your journey now, babes, and I'm here to support you, whatever decision that you make.
Always going to be here. But, and you know what? I'm at this age with Callie, I'm really just making sure she trusts me.
Yeah.
I just really want them to try. I know Kayden does. Like, we have conversations and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad you have any conversations. Because I didn't have certain conversations with my mum, and I'm like, Callie, tell me everything. Ask me. Remember, you can ask me. So it's just letting her know, I'm here. I'm not your enemy. So I've had to have that conversation with her, because when she wants to, like, the neck is rolling a bit, I'm like, babes, hang on a second. I'm not your enemy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm your friend, and I want to be, like, your good friend, but I also want to, like, tell you about yourself.
Yeah.
But don't treat me like I'm your enemy. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you're at that age now. So this is teenage life, right?
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Dan, I don't think... I love the way that you said that, because I think we've come to an exceptional segment of the podcast, and that is that nobody knows what they're doing. We're all winging it, and we're all hoping for an amazing outcome. And all we can do is learn from each other, learn from our previous mistakes, and not place judgment on our kids for just being themselves, and understanding that it's not perfect. Life is not perfect. The environment's not perfect. And perfect is never it. There is a high and there is a low, and it's feeling good and it's feeling bad. I was talking to Kizzy. She wanted to come home from her nan's, and I was at a wedding, and she really got really upset. And she took a picture of herself crying and sent it to me on an iPad. And I had to draw the line. I said, listen, if you are not emotionally able enough to have an iPad without crying and taking a photo of yourself and sending it to me, you're going to have to lose the iPad. She snapped out of that, oh no, don't take my iPad. So it's like, and then I spoke to her when she got home, and I said, what you have to understand is you look distressed.
Yeah.
And that gets mummy very worried. And if you are distressed, I'm coming to get you, and I'm coming to save you. But there was no need to save you in that moment. You were safe, you was with Nanny, you just had enough and wanted to come home. And that is not the way that you act, but you're entitled to feel the way that you want to feel and communicate.
Yeah.
But you have to know when to be like that and when not. And like that is for an emergency. Because you could do that again, and I'd say, oh, she's just messing around.
The boy who cried wolf.
The boy who cried wolf. And then all of a sudden you're in a bad situation.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking to her and I'm thinking, but you're only fucking 9 years old. Do you even understand what I'm saying? Is this falling on deaf ears? And going back to what you said, nobody knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
We're just kind of winging it.
We are literally winging it as parents. I mean, I'd love to see the parent that absolutely does have the playbook and knows exactly what's going on.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Go on Instagram. There's bare Instagram highlights. You can go. They're not going to show you the shit in their toilet, but you'll see the perfection.
The perfect house. Everything's done. The cleaning's done. Let's go to pan to that corner.
To pan to the left.
Literally.
So what's your last bit of advice for anybody, or a tip that you can share, you know, to find your extra? Like, what would be your first tip? If someone's listening and they're like, do you know what? I don't have no confidence. I'm very I've been a mum for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
My kids are finally in college and I'm finally getting my free time, but I don't even know where to start. Like, what is the advice to that woman?
my advice to that woman is really hone in, sit down and think about the things that you genuinely love to do. Like, what do you enjoy doing? And do more of those. And sometimes them things will be on your own. You know, they talk about people say, go on a date, take yourself on a date, go cinema. Like, if you want to do something, do not let the lack of people doing it with you hold you back. Just go and do it.
Don't wait around.
Whether that is a holiday, whether that is going shopping. I used to love going shopping by myself. Like, I don't need anyone to come with me. And I've been doing that for years. But it's just them things. Dance more. Sing more. Who gives a shit if you can sing or not? I can't sing, but I love singing.
You can sing, girl.
But just really hone into those things that you love doing. And then after that, maybe find the community. Where is the community that's doing those things? And come to a workshop as well as building my community. I also do upcycle workshops. The upcycle workshops are like a girls' night in. Sometimes there can be guys there. You can come with your partner. You can do whatever the hell you want, but they're fun. I bring just fun and realness and rawness and reality to my workshops. And like I said, people come, they're like, oh my God, I'm not creative. And when they go, they've got this masterpiece and this, I did that. Yeah. I done that. I made this. I'm amazing. So pour into yourself. Do all the things that you can do to pour into yourself and start building your confidence.
Yeah, and I think to add to that, I would say that if you're feeling like you don't know how to start to even pour into yourself, then just find the community. Because that is where you're going to see other people doing it and learn and get tips and really find your own power to be able to get to the next destination that you really want to get to. Yeah. Let's not waste time. But Danielle, you've been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for coming. So that is the end of the Parent Playbook. I cannot believe that another episode done and dusted. And today I really feel enlightened to understand what it's probably going to look like when your kids get older and start flying the nest. So if you want to find Danielle, I'll put all of her details in the description. If you want to find your extra, you have been listening to the right podcast.
Definitely.
But until next time.
Bye.
The Parent Playbook. The Parent Playbook.